I can't imagine my dogs having tails. Like, it would be
Oh
so
my god,
weird.
yeah. Both of your dogs don't have tails.
I know.
Like, do you brush it?
I do have to brush it sometimes, yeah, because it gets a little bit naughty.
Yeah. I feel like it'd get really naughty and like dirty.
Yeah, but it's so weird. Like for how white she is, like the dirt kind of falls off of her.
She looks so clean
Do you
all the
think
time.
problem with her collars making her scruff gray?
No, we don't really. She doesn't really wear a collar most of the
Okay.
time.
Willows always do. It's
Yeah.
What? It turns
her
to
collar
gray?
gets dirty, and then when I put the collar on
Oh,
her, it
yeah,
gets
and then
her
it's like-
fur,
yeah.
gray, like dirty.
Oh, that's weird.
So like that's the only part of her that's like
Does
dirty.
she wear a collar like in the house?
No, but just like when I take her to the park and I put the collar on at the park
Oh, wow.
or whatever.
Okay, Rosie, we can't play fetch right now, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Maybe it's the biothane type of collar though. Like if I got like a fabric collar, it probably wouldn't.
But the biophane's nice because you can wipe it off.
Yeah.
first, and
Yeah,
it's
but
really
you
easy
have to do it like
clean.
every day, and I'm lazy.
I-
It gets dirty so quickly. It
It
like
does. They do tend to get dirty.
holds on to dirt.
I feel like I need to figure out a new collar situation.
I don't know if I've ever washed mine.
I don't think I have
The
either.
Les Choux ones, I don't think I've washed.
Yeah, I've washed them a few times. They're really easy, but it's just that
I love
having
them.
to do it.
I don't think I would switch collars.
Yeah,
Kinda.
after I think biothane is one of those things that is really nice to have because our old shit got so dirty.
Honestly, you know how like I feel like social media makes dogs seem like they're better than they actually are,
Uh-huh.
and then like when you meet them in person, you're kind of like, oh, they were cooler on social media.
Uh-huh.
I think Rosie's the opposite.
I agree. Except I don't know if I've
She's
met
so
a
cute.
dog that I was like obsessed with on Instagram and then was disappointed in person.
Yeah, maybe I'm just because I know Willow so well, and like I feel like people think she's like this perfect,
Yeah.
amazing dog, and I'm like, no, she kind of sucks.
I know. I try to like, I think I'm like talking shit on them even worse. So then that way maybe they're better in person. Okay. Well, anyways, we're going to be talking about, we got a request of like romanticizing your time alone and getting comfortable spending time alone. And so we're going to talk about like dating yourself and
Activities to try.
yeah. Cause I really like Valentine's Day has never been like this romantic holiday in my mind. Like it's always been like family and girlfriends and stuff. to me.
Candy and
Yeah.
balloons
And pink and
yeah.
red and hearts.
Yeah.
And
And when you put
champagne.
it that way, especially for someone who's basically been single her whole life, like I kind of resented Valentine's Day because I'm like, well, I don't have a Valentine.
yeah.
But like when you put it in the way of like, it's the time to like be girly and pink and chocolates and hearts, and that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does feel really good to like spoil yourself and spoil like your best friends or just like friends as well. Like I think you can get a lot out of doing little things for your friends in addition to doing things for yourself. Because I also think like if you think about it with boys, like I think it's easy to have like all these expectations about like what you want done for Valentine's
you
Day,
expect of
and then
them.
like if it doesn't match up to it, you're kind of like, oh,
That's what I was going to say is like, yeah, when people are like, oh, but I'm not in a relationship, so Valentine's Day sucks and stuff, like
yeah,
the people in a relationship, all you're getting is like whatever flowers or tree or anything.
You're getting disappointed because they never
Yeah.
meet your expectations.
but you
But
can still
then-
get all that stuff for yourself.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
your
for
friends can
sure.
get it for you.
yeah. I
I-
definitely like doing like for me and Joe. I think I like just doing something together, like just
Yeah.
cooking a meal together, and then like having flowers. Like I don't need gifts or like to do anything crazy for the day.
Yeah, same.
But I think before I hyped
I
it up
think
a
I
lot in my
always
mind.
thought that like, oh, I can't celebrate Valentine's Day because I don't have a Valentine.
That is like
Yeah.
so sad.
yeah.
What did your families do?
I mean, like when I was
Valentine's
in school, like in elementary school and stuff,
Like,
that was so fun.
so
Yeah.
fun.
Getting Valentine's
For
cards.
sure.
Coming
But
home,
then
opening your
once you-
box and showing your like parents all the cards that you got.
Yeah, and my mom would definitely get us like candies and stuff, and like my dad does sometimes. Sometimes like my dad will just like send me and Lexi money and be like, "Go get your nails done
Oh,
on
that's
Valentine's Day or
nice.
whatever." But that's like you're supposed to have a Valentine age. So then once you get
Mhm.
into like high school and older,
Yeah.
it's kind of like
Oh my god. You know what I hated in high school? The
What?
fucking Valentine's grams.
Yes,
Oh.
the candy grams.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
was-
horrible
yeah, that
because
was
then
pretty
that's
bad.
what makes you really feel like you need a Valentine and you're in these classes and it's like, oh, she got 5 and this person got 2 and like
Glen Coco.
I haven't gotten any. Like it's
Yeah.
actually really traumatizing.
Oh my God, this is off Valentine's Day, but at my school, we had at the student store when it was people's birthdays, you could go in and have them balloons sent to their classes, and you could pick whatever hour you wanted the
For
balloons
free?
sent to. No, you would pay for the balloons, and you could pick however many
That's
balloons
really
you wanted.
cool.
And so like on the popular kids' birthdays, they would be walking around with like they're about to float off into the sky amount of
Up.
balloons.
Oh my God.
And so like it was really cool when you were popular, but then like when you're not and you're A, not getting any balloons at all, or B, you're like only got one friend sent you balloons.
Yeah, then it's like worse
oh,
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's so sad because you could like really be so excited that your one friend or like your handful of friends
Yeah.
pitched in and like got you one balloon.
Yeah. Also, in middle school, what we did for birthdays was people would make you a sign that said happy birthday. So they'd put like a necklace around it and it's a big paper sign. And all the cool kids would be wearing like 20 signs around all day long that said like happy birthday.
Because multiple people would make them
Yeah.
signs.
So yeah,
Oh. That's so funny.
Damn.
We decorated each other's lockers. Like we do
Yeah,
like a
we
big,
do lockers.
like we'd break in and put like balloons and
Cute. Yeah. I didn't have
streamers and
lockers.
stuff.
So
in middle school.
only
Hmm.
for PE.
Oh, that's cool.
That's funny.
That's interesting with schools because it's like those activities seem good. It's like community building and like
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just,
Nice,
but then
but
like
the
when you don't
downside-
get one or like if you just have one.
That's sad.
What did your family do?
My dad usually got us like cards and my mom would like get us little Valentine's Day like gifts. And then I think that was kind of it. My dad still sends cards most of the time on Valentine's Day. He'll like literally mail us a card, which I think is so cute.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That is cute. I wonder if my dad will do anything this year. I think I kind of want to get gifts for my mom and sisters, but like Lexi has a boyfriend, so I could just not get her anything because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you already have a Valentine, but like me, my mom, and Logan are all single, so like
Mhm.
here's we're gonna.
That's cute.
That would be really cute.
That'd be really
Yeah.
fun. Because I feel like me and my girlfriends used to give each other presents more like in high school and in college. Or I have certain friendships where it's like these friendships we give each other presents and other
Mhm.
friendships we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's kind of hard to like, because I've had some friendships where like we did a lot of gift exchanging, but then like as we've like grown,
Yeah, you like get older and it's like
we like haven't done as much. But I really do want to get back into that habit. I think I just like need like a month of lead time for like
yeah, it's
certain like just
really
planning.
hard.
Like, because even Christmas came around and I was like, fuck, like the time just came and passed like so fast.
especially like mailing things and then like
Yes.
like oftentimes I want to set it up all cute, so I want to order the thing first to me to then make the box and like make it a cute little care
Yeah.
package. But I've learned it's much better if I just like send them the thing straight from Amazon.
I
Like,
know.
it'll-
Yeah, it's so much easier. It
Yeah.
just gets done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We would have like Valentine's Day dinner every year, and I'd also get a Valentine's Day outfit.
That's so cute.
and, like pink or red to wear to school that day. And then like my mom would decorate like the table, and there'd be like balloons and stuff. And my dad would always get roses.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
What are your guys' favorite flowers?
Peonies.
Yeah, I love peonies.
What do they? I don't know.
They're
what
just
it-
like fat, big,
gorgeous.
fluffy flowers.
Oh, okay.
I need to go to Trader Joe's with Joe and just like see their flower selection because they have so many cute little flowers.
So many. I love Trader Joe's bouquets.
Yeah.
I'm really sad peonies aren't in season for my wedding.
Oh, that sucks.
I wanted them so bad.
What is in season?
A lot of dahlias. Do you know what those look
Yeah,
like?
those are really pretty.
Yeah, I like.
Have you picked your wedding flower?
I hired the girl, yeah.
That's exciting.
But it's kind of weird. Like flowers feel so odd because you don't ever they don't make a mock-up of what it'll
They
look
don't?
like. Yeah, no. Like so all they know is like examples types of things of what I want, but then
Oh wow.
we have to wait till those flowers are in season.
Right.
And if she hasn't previously done a wedding, that's like she's done weddings that are in my vibe, but not for that specific season.
or season.
Yeah, so it'll be different flower types. So it's just a weird thing of like I genuinely won't know what it looks like
That's
fully
exciting.
until it arrives.
Hopefully
That'll be
you
fun,
like
though.
it.
I feel like you can't really go wrong with pretty flowers, you
That's
know,
true.
especially with a professional doing
That's
them.
true.
Like it'll
Do you
turn
wanna
out
see
good.
her?
I really love it. There's like this really cute flower shop in Littleton, and I went and got like a bouquet done.
I love going to flower shops.
Me too.
Did you know that if you go to Whole Foods, they'll make you a bouquet if you just
Yeah.
buy flowers and take it to them? They'll like
chop it,
Yeah.
and wrap it. Yeah.
Do you buy the flowers at Whole Foods?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, or you like
You like pick out the flowers that you want, and you're like, hey, can you put this in an arrangement for
oh
me?
cute.
But I'm very pro buy yourself flowers
Yeah,
all the time.
This is a good segue to like
Yeah.
how to date yourself and like do things for yourself too.
Yeah,
by
I like
yourself.
most times when I go grocery shopping, I'll get a little bouquet. Like I like having
Yeah. I
flowers
think
at
Trader
most
Joe's
times.
has like very affordable good flowers that you can kind of like play around with. That could be a really fun activity to try alone first. Like go take
Mhm.
yourself on a little date, go get coffee. Go get coffee from like a nice coffee shop and then go to Trader Joe's and like pick out a bunch of flowers.
in a little snack.
I love that. That's
And a
literally
little
what I did.
snack.
Or
last
like
like a
their
baked treat.
Valentine's Day seasonal stuff. Something like that.
Yeah. And then practice like flower arranging at home.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could take a step further and like go get a vase from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Michael's craft store.
I think going to a coffee
a
shop
thrift
is a
shop,
good
too.
idea because I think sometimes people are intimidated by like sitting and eating alone. So a coffee shop is a good like intro starter.
Yeah.
You could get it to go first, and then you can sit down
Yeah.
the next time.
For sure. And I also love like going and shopping with a coffee in my hand.
No, same.
Like
Love it.
I think that's a nice little
Except
The other
Trader
thing-
Joe's gives me anxiety most times.
really.
It's too
Depending on like what time you go, there's way too busy
I
hours.
never go when it's not busy.
Same.
Really?
Yeah. I can't find I mean I don't work on the weekdays.
Yeah.
So I like go I mean I do, but you know, I could go on a Monday at 11 a.m. or a Monday
like
at 3
Mondays are gonna
p.m.
be
Like
busy.
it's still
Yeah.
Wednesday at 12. Like it's always busy when I go.
There was like in the city in Chicago, like all the Trader Joe's were like always packed. But in the suburbs it was a lot better. The one here I think is pretty good. In terms of crowds. I also think too, something that like helps just make my experience more enjoyable is putting my headphones in
Yes,
and
me
listening
too.
to a podcast or like music when I'm out. And you just kind of like, I'm sure with like noise canceling, like I'm not sure if you've done it with your AirPods, but like even noise canceling would be nice sometimes just to like kind of not have to focus on any of
Yeah,
the sounds
especially,
or like people talking or
like going into the grocery store or things that I don't want to do.
mm-hmm.
Having a podcast on kind of like
Coffee, a
eventicises it.
podcast,
Yeah.
in a Target or a grocery store.
Also,
Love it.
having a podcast also helps with my social anxiety too, because it kind of
Same.
feels like
Yeah, like
know.
you're almost like there with somebody else.
Mhm.
yeah, like when I hate going to the mall, but if I need to go to the mall to like find clothes or something,
Same.
I'll put on a podcast and it just
Yeah.
helps me like not worry about other people.
Because you're thinking about whatever anxieties that you might have. So then, like,
Yeah.
listening to the conversation distracts you from it.
Do you
Yeah.
guys
So
not
put
like
on
going
this
to the
podcast.
mall? Yeah.
Listen to us, we'll keep you company.
Do you guys like going to the mall or not like going to the mall because of like social anxiety or it's just like a pain in the ass?
I hate going to the
Both.
mall. Both.
Yeah.
I have to go return 2 things, and I'm like dreading going back
I
to the mall
know.
just to return these.
Because I was
because
thinking
you have
of,
to,
like, things
park
to
and
do,
go in
like-
and
by yourself, like doing stuff that you actually kind of are interested in. It's not like a chore. I think to separate those two different things, because if you like just don't like, because I hate doing Amazon returns. I hate doing like those little things, like chore type things. And so yes, I could do those alone, but like that wouldn't be like fulfilling or like make me want to like go do more things alone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I
Oh,
think it
that
should be
makes
more like
sense.
stuff that you like to test different things out that you want to do by yourself. Like I like going to get my nails done,
Things that you enjoy.
and that's kind of like a fun thing for me to do by myself. And I like watch like YouTube vlogs while I'm getting my nails done. Like just put my headphones in.
I think my mindset helps for doing things that I maybe don't want to do too. Like if I like romanticizing it, making it like let's say I need to go to the mall and I hate going to the mall, but then if I kind of change my mindset and I'm like, well, I'm going to take myself on a little date. I'm going to look around and shop in the shops that I like.
or I get to
See
go
if
to the
there's
mall in the
anything,
middle of the day.
Get a
Yeah.
pretzel. Like it's going to be a little date for myself. And
Yeah.
I'm going to put on a podcast and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, bring home that
I
Cinnabon
like
and
doing
you're all
that,
set.
like sandwich of stuff. So like you could go get
Yeah.
coffee before or like go get like a lunch or something. and
Yeah, I like
then-
having a reward after of like, okay, then I'm gonna get
I
the
like
cinnamon
that.
roll, or I'm gonna go pick up
Yeah.
lunch on the way home, or whatever.
Or like did you guys like going to the mall when you were younger? Like with your mom and stuff?
sometimes
Kinda
with my
in middle
friends.
school, yeah. Once
yeah,
it was
middle
like
school
cool
and high
to go
school,
alone.
like I'd love going with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you kind of like think back to that, like, oh, I'm going to treat myself and go do this.
Mhm.
Or like, yeah, if you have to like to go to UPS, but like first I'm going to go get a coffee and then like walk around a park and then drop off UPS or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was another thing on my list of like things to try is just like finding a nice park to go to because like even the botanical gardens here in Denver, like they're gorgeous and like there's so much to go and like walk around. I don't think it's that expensive to get in either. But that could be like such a fun date is like just find like cute parks. Like if you want to do it for free, like there's probably so many different types of parks around.
I also love exploring neighborhoods. Like if you could go to like a historic neighborhood or just like a bougie neighborhood or like a fun neighborhood where all the houses aren't the same and just like park and walk around.
I love looking up open houses too, specifically like when.
Would you go into an open house by yourself?
I wouldn't.
Because the realtor makes me nervous.
That's a great, I would be less likely to, I guess, but I would. I think it's still fun.
Model homes.
Headphones and stuff.
Model homes
going to look at model homes is so fun.
Me and Joe like going just to like drive and check out the neighborhoods and like see what the houses are. And then we have Redfin pulled up at the same time, like checking the insides. And
I'm way more confident about that for some reason. Like we would go and tour like $3 million houses for funsies, and I was like comfortable doing that. And Cameron's like, but they're gonna think like we can't buy this. I'm like, they don't care.
I'm like Cameron,
going to look.
Yeah, that's really fun though. I feel like it's manifesting it.
Yeah, exactly. I always thought that. I
have this like really weird manifesty invisible string story. So when I was in 5th grade, our big end of the year project was that we had to write our autobiography as if we were like 100 years old. And so we had to like
really cool
make up, how our future went and how our life was when we were 30, 40, give our kids names and like stuff like that. So there's this really big, giant like mansion that I drove past one time in 5th grade. And I was like, oh my God, I need to take a picture of this house because this is the house that I want to put in my autobiography for the project or whatever. And so we drove by and we stopped and I took a picture of it. And then in 7th grade, me and my sister had like sister best friends in our gymnastics, and they sold their old house and bought a new house. You know what house they bought?
That one.
No
that house.
Way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is really crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
What a fun project.
Yeah, I love that.
It was really fun. Yeah.
That really just shows like allows you to like explore your imagination and possibilities.
Yeah.
Even doing that now, if we did that.
I know.
But now I feel like I'm a lot more jaded as an adult now. Like when I was a kid, anything was possible, Now if I'm like,
but what if you just take that same mindset that anything is possible?
Because it is. Like imagine how much your life has changed in the last 5 years, the last 10 years.
Yeah.
True. A lot more is possible.
But also I'm like, well, I don't know
what you want.
Because 10 years ago, I would have never thought I would be an influencer. And now I am,
Mm-hmm. But it's all along the same lines of other things that you liked and enjoyed.
Yeah.
I also think like scheduling FaceTimes and things with long distance friends is still fun to do.
Yeah.
Even if you can't have like a Galentine's. I just like wish I almost hosted a Galentine's thing this month. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I want like all my friends to be together.
I really
I'm gonna
would
do
love
it.
to. That's like my next thing.
I really want a hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
Like imagining the table set up and the cute candles and like making a cute meal, or like I wanted to get like canvases and do like painting or something with everyone or like do a fun activity. But like you can also do much smaller versions of those things where it doesn't have to be so extreme.
Yeah.
Like I miss just watching a movie with a friend, like just having somebody come over and like watching a rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or reality
I feel like
TV.
a good activity to do by yourself is also painting.
Yeah.
Like not having any expectations for painting.
Yeah. My friend Kyra's like been knitting lately. She's like so into knitting and it's so cool. Like she just makes clothes, pillows, like house accessories.
I don't have the
like,
patience to learn that.
Really?
Like painting or coloring is something that's easy because you don't have to like there's not a learning curve where you have to learn. I mean, obviously you practice your skills and get better at painting or drawing certain things, but like with knitting, it's like I mean I got one of those little animal things to knit and it was like the instructions were just insane and I was like I think I just want to like do the hand
motion might
motion.
be easier.
Or
It was crochet.
Yeah.
Oh. I think that's maybe easier. My grandma taught me to crochet when I was a kid, but like I don't think I could just do it right now
I did
with
like
no instruction.
just the long chain of the crochet, you know, like the
Yeah.
first chain.
Yeah.
That's what I was I just did that and then I
You're
would
just
quit.
real good at doing this long string.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do
I
was just
know.
like the hand motion.
Yeah.
But then you have to keep like changing your little place marker and like changing the little stitches. Like
Something
I
I'd
don't know.
really like to do this year is embroidery. Like I feel like that's so useful for so many things, but I
Yeah.
feel like I'd be so bad at it.
I tried that too, and I was like, I need to try again because I was very impatient.
Did you do one where it was like tracing something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems difficult.
Kylie makes it look so easy.
I know, like
I'm
and
like,
just like
oh.
random clothes and everything.
Yeah.
Just
I also was like trying to vlog it, and that's when I become impatient because
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to have a 30-minute video. I want the start and the end result.
that's interesting when you're doing activities like that alone. How much of it is like in your head, like you're enjoying doing the activity alone versus you're like working and making a vlog and you're thinking about the way that the vlog is looking.
Yeah. I feel like I need to start doing more things without having to
It's
vlog
so
it.
hard though because you're like, oh, this is like really cool. I want to share this.
Yeah.
Well, and also like my hobby that I love is content creation.
Yeah.
So it's like that's actually the
Yeah.
fun part. The fun part isn't doing the freaking crochet. The fun part is like filming and editing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like making a vlog.
Yeah. Which is also artistic.
like burped and coughed at the same time. How have you become more okay with spending time alone? Because I think that's also another like part of this hurdle is being like, okay, this is lame, or like this isn't fun, or I wish I could be doing something else.
I think first is like romanticizing it and doing fun things because
What
a
is
lot of times
what does romanticizing mean to you though?
it means like making an event format,
Okay.
like a date at home or something instead of because usually on the weekends I would literally just like watch TV all day long or watch TV all night and then go to bed. But like
Yeah.
if I make it like, oh, I got myself a special drink and I'm making myself or ordering myself a nice dinner and I'm gonna try a little craft and an activity and turn on my cozy lights and light my cozy candles and
Yeah.
having
It's like
a
the
mindset
vibe.
like that. Like I'm purposely choosing to do this tonight.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's routine. Like,
For sure. But I also, so this was like something that's kind of interesting that you say about routine is when Joe is last in Scottsdale. I like,
Wait,
had
we
the
didn't
best-
even say Joe left.
Oh yeah, Joe left the house.
Imagine if he was
it
here.
very
He
opportunistic.
would want to rip his hair out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was part of that, but he was also like, oh, like I have to go to Scottsdale anyway, so I'll just leave when you guys go. But I think it's very nice that I feel like he would just feel like he's like stepping on our toes or something. Like,
Yeah, I
He
mean, I
could
wouldn't
clean
want
the
him to
kitchen
feel like
for
that.
us.
yeah. Except for I'm cleaning the kitchen,
She is
I'm running
Joe.
the dishwasher,
She's running the dishwasher, yes.
and putting everything away.
You're doing a great
Um,
job.
So, but anyways, when he was gone, I like really took the time to just like create a routine that was like perfect for me.
Okay.
And so like I followed a routine kind of every day, but it wasn't like you have to do this. I just
You
like,
get to do it.
yeah, it
Like
was
I
just
can't
like,
wait to turn on my humidifier and
Yeah,
do my skincare.
exactly. And like I come down here to like eat my breakfast and I like make my breakfast. I put on a podcast while I'm making breakfast. Like and then I read my book while I eat my breakfast on the couch in the corner right there. And then like
yeah.
I open up all the blinds and there was just like all these little things that I was doing, like
Yeah.
fluffing the bed right after I get out of bed. Like
Do you know that's like a common problem for like in marriages where the husband is like away for a little, like either in the army or like firefighting or things like that, where you're like gone for several days and the mom has like such a good routine down where she's like, it's almost easier when you're not here because like I have
yeah.
such a routine down with the kids and then like you're coming in and screwing up my routine. Basically.
yeah. But I think it was like really good for me because I was like, I didn't know what type of routine I even wanted
Yeah. It's
when
like
Joe
fun
was
to mess
here.
with.
And like, then when he was gone, I was able to be like, okay, this works really well. Like I'm able
Yeah.
to like, cause I hated cleaning the kitchen right after I finished my breakfast. Cause then my breakfast gets cold and I'm like,
Gotcha.
I want to
yeah.
enjoy the breakfast. I want to enjoy the experience. I want to enjoy a warm cup of coffee versus like everything's cold but the kitchen's clean. I'm
Yeah.
like, ew. So then
Well, that's interesting. He fully cleans before even eating.
I don't really know, but either way, like I don't want to clean immediately after either.
Yeah,
so
no.
like then it was my routine was like Because then
Before
I really
lunch.
started to like enjoy. Yeah, before I made lunch, I would like clean up the things from breakfast, and then
Mm-hmm.
so there was like a lot of little things that I was like able to enjoy. Like I don't really like cleaning that much, but then I literally created a routine where I liked cleaning. So
I love that. Yeah.
and like even just doing like little body care things, like doing like a really long scrub in the shower, like that was so relaxing, like right
It's so
before
fun.
bed, and then like moisturizing and getting all snuggly in bed.
Yeah. Do you guys get scared ever when you're alone, like sleeping at night or anything?
I honestly like don't really go anywhere else in the house besides here and our bedroom when I'm alone.
Yeah, just like
I don't
avoid the
touch the
outside.
basement. Yeah, I literally didn't go outside.
Literally,
take in the trash
literally
cans.
has me sleeping in the basement alone.
Yeah, I was really glad that you didn't put me in the basement. Honestly, I feel like I would have been less
asked
scared.
Devin because Devin told. I remember that Devin was like, "I really like sleeping with the TV on." It's
Yeah.
like there's no TV in the office, so would you like to sleep in the basement instead? And she was like, "Yes, please."
It's really nice, but a little
Yeah.
scary by yourself.
I don't usually get scared at all by myself unless my
That's really good. Do you have an alarm?
yes.
I feel like alarms help a lot, like
Yeah.
for me to be less scared.
For sure.
Don't
Well,
currently
then I have the fear of like the alarm going off for no
Yeah.
reason, or my fire alarm going off for no reason in the middle of the night. I
Yeah.
fucking hate that because it's just like being in those situations. It's like, okay, I'm alone now and I have to deal with this by
Mhm.
myself. Not that I'm
Yeah.
afraid of someone coming to attack me, but
Yeah.
like I'm afraid of like how do I fix this?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so true.
Oh, I get scared of like someone coming to attack me, and I suddenly will hear so many sounds. Like I'll be in bed and be like, "There is somebody in
You know
there."
If
what
I
really
wake up
makes
from a
me
bad
annoyed?
dream or something, then those like nerves will be heightened
Oh,
for
yeah.
me. But like
oh yeah.
typically, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
it's
The
probably
only thing
the
that
difference
freaks me
of-
the fuck out is when Rosie's like barking at
Yes.
literally nothing, and I'm like,
Does she do like the little like? ruff?
yeah,
Dude,
like, could you stop?
Yeah. What do you hear?
that happened to me the other day, and I thought I saw somebody too. It was like dark, but through the window,
Oh,
and I
I
thought I saw a
hate that.
face
Mm-mm.
just
Oh, God.
standing there. And Cameron was like playing poker with his friends, and I called him. I was like, "Are you home?" Like, I'm so confused. The dogs are going nuts. Like, they would not stop barking for 20+ minutes.
Oh my God, that
And I
freaks
was
me
so
out.
Yeah.
freaking scared. He's like, "No, I'm not home." And then I just had to lock myself in our bedroom and
Yeah.
turn the TV on really loud and pretend nobody was there.
Yeah, that's. Luckily, that like Rosie does a lot of like random barking, so I'm able to like know
Yeah.
that it's like just her being weird.
I have cats out in the living room or whatever, so like anytime I hear a noise or something, I can always blame it on the cats.
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
Oh,
for
that's really
fucking
nice.
around
Because they
or
also
something.
fuck around a lot,
Mhm.
right?
In the middle of the night, especially. Like
That is so weird about cats.
Oh my god, I
No.
think that would freak me out though. Like them
Yeah.
just like
sometimes
fucking
I
around.
have to get up and be like, "What are you doing?" and
Yeah.
make sure there's
I
no one
think
in
that
my
might
house,
be the
but
reason why I won't ever get cats. Is 'cause
That's
of
the
that.
reason. I could
You
give you a lot
think?
of other reasons. Litter
That seems like the
boxes.
craziest part. And like knocking random shit over. Like people act like you're just sleeping and
Yeah,
they're
if
just jumping
I
all over your
ever
room.
leave a glass of water sitting somewhere and I leave the house, they will always knock it over because they're like, "Oh, let me drink this." They like stick their whole head in it. And then knock it
That's why I think some cats are so fucking funny.
over. They
like,
are really funny, but they're also
cute.
very
Yeah.
annoying.
I
like
want to foster
assholes.
cats. Cameron told me, he was like, because he always says really like no to fostering animals and like cats.
Because you'll be a
especially.
foster failure, and then
Hi.
you'll
He
have a
told
cat,
me
and
that.
then 30 years later, you'll be like, "Fuck, I still have this cat."
Okay, true.
they never
but
die.
in my head, if we're fostering them, then I wouldn't pick it unless it was like the perfect cat.
Yeah, but what if it was the perfect cat, and then you had a cat forever? You know, like then you would have a
Then I
cat.
would like it because then it'd be my cat.
I have a
I don't know if I
But
want
then
a
once
cat.
it gets pissed
Anyways,
and
he
starts
told
peeing
me
all over
that
the house
he
and
wants
scratching
to
all the
support
furniture.
my dreams, and he will allow me to do that one day.
Why did
One
you
day.
do your red pointer finger and then your pinky ring finger?
I
Different.
followed a Pinterest,
Oh, okay.
and I liked the heart on that, and I
Oh.
wanted the heart to be red.
I like it.
You think it's dumb?
No, I just would make mine like opposite, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be a red heart on that with like a pink heart.
I feel you.
But I like your creative expression.
It was not creative expression. It was here. Follow this exact Pinterest photo, please. She said exactly. I was like,
I still need to find somebody who could like follow my designs. You know what I did the other day that I'm like really mad about? But like, I don't know. Let me just explain the story. And if you guys have any advice. So I took myself to like my little nail date. And like the last time I got my nails done, this girl did them pretty good. Like, you know, because you never know what you're going to get at those
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
So I was like, okay, get her name, like ask for her the next time I go. And then
Get a good thing while you can.
she was busy when I went the next time, and I got put with this guy. And the lady at the front was like, he's really good. Like, you'll like him. And I was like, okay, I'll just trust you. Like, there's obviously nothing I can do. I'm not going to like wait around for this other girl to be ready. And he did them better than the other girl.
Oh.
But since I kind of like, because of the language barrier and like of how I was asking or whatever, she was like alerted that I was asking for her. So like, she was like, ask for me next time.
Oh, well,
Oh.
she's not going to remember probably.
No,
I mean,
she
like,
did.
oh.
I always ahead of
No, I mean, like
time.
when you go in again and you ask for him instead of her, or can you schedule an
Mm.
like
That's
call
what
and
I was
schedule
gonna
with
say.
him?
That's what I do. You call ahead, make an appointment.
But if I have an
specifically with
appointment, then
him.
he's gonna know. She's gonna know that I.
Honestly,
She's
asked
gonna
she
her.
probably
your
won't
name
remember
on
you.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about
I
it.
don't know. She acts like she remembers me.
I think just because someone told her while you were there that you were asking for her.
Yeah, I think.
No,
it
we
would
like
be fine.
had a conversation when I was asking for her a lot, like when she was busy.
Okay, well, still.
I would make
know.
an appointment so that way it's not an in-person conversation, and that way you're sure that you can get him too.
My other thing was gonna be like having Joe get a pedicure with her, and then I would get my nails done with him.
No,
Do
that
not.
is so ridiculous. Brittany.
You know,
You're
okay,
gonna
this is
try to-
honestly insane that Brittany would do this in like this people pleasery way, because like literally last night,
Do not explain all my little things. It's
because
gonna be-
you're
I
always
love it
you're
so much.
usually very assertive and know what you want, and you're not afraid to say that. I mean, okay, so last night we had happy hour drinks, then we went out to dinner. We had a reservation for dinner. And then after that, we had a nightcap at a different place. And our server was kind of rude because we were just ordering drinks.
Well,
and he was
no,
like,
first,
He just
right
was
when we sat
pushy.
down, I immediately said, we're only getting drinks. We might get a snack or something, but we're probably just getting drinks so you can
we had
ignore
a full
us.
ass meal.
And it was 8:30 was our reservation.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was dinner
8:45.
time. There was empty tables. It's not like we were taking up all of his tables and like sitting there for forever. That was not the case. Continue.
yeah, anyways, so like we got the bill and he brought us our bill and he was like, maybe try eating next time.
No,
or
he
something.
said try the food next time.
Try the food next time.
Like
yeah.
kind of
Oh
like
yeah,
in a
because
very,
I was
like,
like, try the veal. That's what it reminds me of.
but it was not like you guys should definitely try the food next time. It was try the food next time.
Try the food next time.
And he also like was really pushy about. He's like, do you want a panna cotta? Like, and we were like, no. And he's like, what about like this dessert? And we were like,
And another
no.
drink.
And he was like, do you want another drink? And I was like, no. He's like, are you sure? Like, that's like so off-putting to me.
Yeah. So anyways, when
Very
we were
pushy.
leaving the restaurant, like the host opened the door for us and Brittany
The
went
manager.
off to the side. Oh, he was the manager?
I thought
Yeah.
it was the host
Oh,
too,
okay,
and
me
that
too.
made it even funnier
No,
in my
that's why-
mind because I was thinking,
No,
like,
I
just
knew
a
he was
little
the
high
manager.
school kid.
No, no, no.
Okay, so Brittany told the manager that our server was kind of pushy and rude, and me and Maggie just like kind of walked away. We're like, oh my god, like.
I
It's
said
funny
it-
that
I
you
said
say
it
that
in
to
a
people, but like
nice
with your nail salon issue, you're like, well, if I bring Joe in, you're like
I
gonna like
literally have
fucking.
to get this woman more business
Yeah,
because I'm
because
taking
I feel
it
bad.
away. She's fine.
But I also think that I can train her because this last time I did.
Train her, the
Yes, I
nail
did.
lady.
Yes, I told her what I
This
needed
says anything
fixed
about her relationship.
But why do you need to do that if
Relationship.
you like the guy?
because she listened and she did exactly what I wanted. The only thing I
But you
wanted
don't feel
from
the guy did?
no, he did. But the only thing that I wanted differently from her was to use a little. My thing is like I hate having anything around like touching my cuticle. I want a little bit of space, and so I said, "Can you use the paintbrush, like you know the little makeup brush, every time?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." And then she did it every time, and they turned out perfect.
Okay, well then just go to her next time.
Yeah, I know. This is my.
Or if you like to do walk-ins, then now you know there are two people that are open and available that you
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
like.
That's fair.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll practice. This will be my homework. Is call
Yeah.
and ask for the man.
Because that's another reason I stopped getting my nails done is I was just disappointed after a lot of it. And I'd be
Yeah.
like, God damn, I just spent $120 on the set and it's like not what I wanted.
That's how I
Like,
am every single time. It's not perfect. It's like I wish I could just do it myself.
Yeah.
I like how my nails look better when I do them myself, but then like ever since I've
That's-
stopped, I can't get my nails to
I
grow.
feel like
so.
I finally figured out what I want, like, and what to ask for to get what I want. And so now I feel a little bit better about being like, hey, I need you to use the paintbrush after you like put on the nail polish. Like, do not use your nail. Like, it just fucks it up. It doesn't make it look good and clean. And like the shape of it, I don't know.
Is that technically stiletto?
What?
Is it stiletto shaped technically?
I don't really know. This is kind of like a in between an almond.
Yeah,
and
it is in between. I like it.
yeah. I just feel so good with my nails done.
Same.
That is a very like self-care, like
Yeah.
do it.
I do feel like equally as good if it's press-ons or acrylics. So like as long as they're done and I don't need to like.
You did not give me a lot of confidence on the press-ons.
Okay, well that was like a bad.
I know they come
time.
off.
That was
They
like a
popped
that
off
was
like
a bad.
every.
That was a bad set. Let's not talk about them this way. They're coming out with a bridal collection.
I didn't name the brand.
Of nails?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do press-on nails for your wedding?
No.
Oh. It's like, please don't.
No,
No,
no, no, no, no, no, no, no.
So why do you care?
No, no, no. I don't know because it'd be cool to do.
Oh.
A little
If I can do a
partnership.
collab.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say the name of the brand. There's lots of press-on companies.
There are, and I love several of them.
I love all of them that want to sponsor me.
I love anyone that wants to.
There are. I have learned like just the way that you do them and like like cleaning them properly, filing it properly makes such a difference in them lasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for like, I feel like if your nail beds are too small, they also
Yeah.
don't stay because there's
Mhm.
not as much to hold on to.
That makes sense. Yeah, because some of them are shaped more like round versus flat and stuff, and fit your nails.
When you guys were
better.
young, did you get fake nails? And like,
like acrylics.
Oh yeah.
we used to like.
I didn't do
Me
like,
and my friends would walk to Walgreens because my dad lived right by Walgreens,
Oh,
and
like
we'd
little
get
press-ons?
press-on nails.
Yeah.
and like
I loved the press-on nails.
Same.
I'm like Maggie. Maggie's like
you'd get like
very
the glue stuck
tippy-tappy.
all over
Maggie
your
likes,
fingers.
Maggie likes touching things. She's like, and that's what I used to
I
do
do.
like all the time.
I just saw a TikTok where someone was complaining about how like influencers talk with their nails.
Well, I saw that of talking with their hands,
Talking
This
with their
girl was talking
nails?
specifically about their nails.
like Italians.
Well, that's
Like
like what
how?
Emily
Like,
Kaiser
what is
does.
she?
She always talks like this. But the girl was complaining that they're talking like this because they want you to see their nails.
Oh,
I'm
no,
like,
that's
That's so
bullshit.
stupid. That's just
No.
No,
if you wanted to see my like, I would just show you my nails if I wanted.
it's
to see my
so hard
nails.
for me to talk without my hands.
I
Like to
know.
just
Me
sit and not
too.
use my hands at all is very difficult.
I'm really bad at it.
What else?
Where
do
were we, anyways, on this? How did we get here?
I feel like you should talk more, kind of
Want
about
more champagne
I would like a little bit more.
or
just about.
Prosecco?
Yeah, I think getting more comfortable doing things alone. I think that's like a very
Okay,
It's
I have
like
some
a hurdle.
tips. I have some tips for
Yeah,
that.
give us some tangible things to
First
practice.
off, you want to start slow if you don't usually go out in public and do things alone. So like for me, it was going to somewhere that I've already been
Yep.
that I'm comfortable with
Yeah.
and like maybe like a quick time, like stay for like, okay,
Yep.
so say you went to Chipotle. That's like you walk up, you're not being waited on, but you can get
Mhm.
your food and then sit at a table and eat it and practice
Yeah.
like sitting alone and eating.
There are a lot more of those places now too. Like
Yeah,
I think
like,
like
I went
Flower
to Nectar.
Child. Yeah.
Counter
Yeah, Flower
service.
Child is such a great one because I can walk up and order, but it's like very pretty and very
Yeah.
cool and like sitting outside
Yeah.
I can get a little beer or a lemonade and they do bring your food to
Yeah,
you.
but they're not like waiting on you, so they're not going to come back and like bother
Yeah.
you.
There's also I have gone to Sauce by myself and it's the same type of thing.
sauce.
Yeah,
never
so you
been
can
to-
like
I
go
don't
up and
think I ever
order, you
Sauce.
get your number and then they bring you your food. But like going to places where I already know where everything is and how everything is going to
Yeah.
go. Cuz if I don't know what to expect, that's when I have the anxiety.
Same.
And I also have yet to eat alone at a place where like I have to be waited on.
Yeah.
Same. I've never done that.
But like going to places like Flower Child or Sauce.
I think-
Perfect.
The next step of trying to do the waited on thing is actually going to the bar before going to like a sit down place and getting waited on.
That's scarier
Yeah,
to
also,
me, I think.
You know what would be a great thing to practice is like say you're meeting somebody for dinner. somewhere,
Oh,
but like
shit.
go
Doing
like
this.
30 minutes early
Yeah.
to sit at the bar and get a drink
Love
before,
that.
then you like aren't going to be alone the whole time, but you're practicing like
Yeah.
sitting at the bar and
For
like
sure.
doing
Yeah.
something
Because
alone.
I think there's like 3 different things that you can kind of do when you're at the bar. You can talk to the bartender, like most
Yeah.
of the time, especially if you like go early for like a happy hour or something. You can like chit chat with the bartender. Sometimes like other people are like there by themselves and you can chat with other people.
Yeah.
Or you can like be on your phone or like read a book or something. Like there's a lot of things that you can just, or like, you know,
Bring a
sometimes bars
laptop.
have TVs, so you can just like watch TV while you're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's like so many different things to do by yourself.
Yeah, another thing that's kind of like a security blanket for me, but like it would be going during a work day and bringing my laptop
Yeah.
and like
for
sitting that up
sure.
at the table. It's like I'm doing a working lunch, or like going to coffee and just practicing being there alone and
Yeah.
working on your laptop or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a security blanket because it just looks like you're doing something, you're important and busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with just reading a book or.
Yeah, but I feel like bringing a book, how often do you go to a restaurant and see someone with a book by themselves versus like working on a laptop? I just feel like it's more
Several times.
normal.
Yeah.
I will also say, like, as a server, never once when anybody's alone am I like, this person's weird that they're
Yeah.
alone. Like, nobody ever thinks that. It's like,
I have heard there's a stigma of like taking up a table when it's just one person.
no.
Well, at some places.
If you're taking up
apparently.
a 5 top, but like, just a normal
I
table.
think
that's
a lot
not
of people
bad.
have the fear of like when you go up and you go to the host and you say table for one, you know,
Yeah.
like just one
Mhm.
is like the awkward.
Yeah.
That's where I think the bar is so nice because you don't have to tell anybody you're alone.
Yeah.
You literally just.
But
go to
also
the
if you
bar.
do
Oh,
on a
that's
table,
true.
you kind of just have to go and be very confident about it.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
just
Just
like
me.
just one. And what's wrong with that? You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know, society
For
thinks
sure.
that doing things alone is bad. But that's so stupid. I mean, most of my life I couldn't do shit alone.
Yeah.
And that's like not healthy either, not being able to do things alone.
I was so Cameron's going out of town next weekend, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go see a movie alone because I still haven't done that. But then I'm like, then I'm going to leave the dogs and like just go to a movie alone. Like, I feel like I'd rather just watch a movie at home with the
No,
dogs.
you should going to the movie alone that was the first thing that I did alone.
Yeah.
And it was great because that is somewhere that it is expected for you to be alone.
Yeah,
like it
it's
is not
fine.
weird
Yeah.
at all to be
And
in a
it's
movie
lights
alone.
are off and nobody's
Nobody
fucking looking at
talking.
you.
Yeah, it's cozy. You can get yourself an icy and some popcorn. You literally go right before the movie starts because like
Yeah.
everywhere you pick your seat pre.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, you can see now who's sitting next to you, and if it's full and
Mhm.
stuff, like you can pick
Yeah, I
away
love
from
that.
people.
Yeah, and it's so fun. I like it.
Okay,
Honestly,
maybe I'll go see
sometimes
anyone
I'm
but
like-
you next week.
Because my mom and Logan always want to see all the movies that I want to see, but I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, well, I wanted to go alone.
This is my thing.
Okay, maybe I'll make that a goal for next
Yeah, you
weekend.
should. I want to see you do it.
Okay, I want to see anyone but you. So
That'll be so fun. Bring a blanket.
I like that.
that's a lot. That makes it worse socially anxious.
You need
to
my
bring a
bag.
blanket?
You need my free people bag.
oh
you
yeah,
could
if you can
just
put it
shove
in
a
a
blanket
bag,
in
then
there.
that's fine.
Can you put that blanket in there?
Yes, I can, but it would be really fat. But like I have little blankets that I bring to the
Yeah.
movies
Yeah.
that
But I just go in like sets like this, and I just like being
Yeah.
cozy.
yeah.
Fuzzy slippers.
Fuzzy socks to put on
Dude,
while you're
I
in the
lost
movie.
my slippers. My
Your checkered
brown-
ones?
Yeah. Like I think maybe since Palm Springs.
Did you leave them there?
I don't think so, but I literally just lost them. I have no idea where they are.
Wow.
So I need new slippers.
Yeah, you should get them.
Can't believe you've gone all this time without slippers. Like
I
I can't
know.
live without slippers.
I've like only been wearing socks every day.
Good thing
It
at least
feels
it's
weird.
winter, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I kind of don't. If I'm wearing socks, I won't put on slippers because it's a lot of.
It's like both. Yeah.
It's like and it sometimes I don't know.
I just like hate. I have to be better about for like my slippers. I really don't like my feet sweating and then like making
Yeah,
the slippers
yes.
smelly.
yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, I kind of need to wear socks with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's very.
I feel like you could be fine in this house today. Are your feet gonna be sweating? Because my feet are cold. They've been cold this entire week in this house.
It's very hard. I feel like I have to literally crank up my heat to like 75 for it to feel anything like warm. 'Cause
Yeah, so you shouldn't be
there's just, like, a lot of
sweating.
space.
You shouldn't be sweating in your slippers then. In the winter.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe I have smelly feet.
Maybe.
Yeah. What are ideas to like date yourself, and like how do you make that different than like just spending time alone? I think
I feel like
making
kind
it
of going
special.
back to like setting up planning.
Yeah.
Like I'm going
Oh, I
to
like
take
that,
myself on
planning
an
it.
outing, and like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab lunch, and then I'm gonna go to Target, and I'm gonna go shopping, and then I'm gonna get a smoothie after, or like having a little schedule for yourself
do
of things that you love.
love going to like really expensive restaurants and like ordering takeout.
Yeah,
Like
doing something that's
Getting,
kind
like,
of like
Nobu
not normal.
takeout.
Yeah,
fucking love that
something
shit.
that's out of the norm, but you love. Like spoil yourself.
Yeah.
If you're doing it like once a month, yeah, like
Nice bottle of wine.
yes. Maybe rent a movie.
Yeah.
Get yourself like some new pajamas, like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
or like
Oh,
also
I
like
that.
I like to have a schedule even on the weekends. Like that's what makes we talked about this earlier, but like having like, okay, Friday night I don't have any plans, so I'm gonna go to Sephora and I'm gonna go get some new skincare. Then I'm gonna come home, or I'm gonna grab myself dinner while I'm out. Then I'm gonna come home and do a spa night. Like
because I think honestly, like what leads to the sadness or loneliness or like even with things like Valentine's Day and feeling disappointed about expectations and stuff,
Yeah.
it's the lack of making plans. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, then I'm
Yeah,
on
for
Saturday
sure.
night and I'm doing nothing, and then you're like, oh, I'm just sitting here and now I'm sad and I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But even making those plans with yourself is plans, and it's gonna
Yeah.
feel like you're doing something.
yeah.
That's so true.
Instead of feeling like you're just wasting away on a Friday night with no plans, like you can
Yeah.
do stuff with yourself. You don't have to wait for other people
Yeah.
That's
to
such
be
a
able
like
to do things.
quick mindset shift of like, because I love watching like my little vlogs or like watching like certain TV shows because I don't always get to during the week. And so it's so nice to be like, oh, okay, I'm like gonna order this, or I'm gonna make this.
I get to
type of
catch up
dinner.
on all the vlogs I missed on YouTube this week.
Oh my god,
and
like sitting down with a
order
DoorDash delivery
Cold Stone or something.
is incredible.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Also, I think like journaling and fun exercises. Like honestly, that autobiography thing, I'm like, whoa, should I try that? Like that's a really cool thing. But me and Cam just did one because I saw a weird TikTok video about it. But it was actually like such a cool activity that I think everyone should do. But like on one sheet of paper, you write down a list of everything that you don't like about yourself. And it can be like, I don't like my hair. I don't like things about your personality, whatever you don't like about yourself. And then on another sheet of paper, for every negative trait, you write a positive thing. So if you're like, I hate that I'm always late, like I'm never show up on time to anything, then on the positive, you'd be like, I'm always on time to everything. And I love that about myself. Like,
So how do you do two?
so then you crumble the old piece of paper of the negative traits, and then you're like only focusing on the positive. So then it's kind of the story that you're telling yourself and Atomic Habits and all of that of being like, no, I am a timely person now. Like I'm focusing on these positive qualities rather than telling yourself the negative things.
Totally. Yeah, I think a big thing for me was like getting that mindset shift of being alone is not bad.
Yeah.
Just because society makes it seem bad, and also being able to build a community and like realize that so many other people do the same thing.
And it feels like stages of life. Like it's like,
Yeah.
oh, in high school, you get FOMO. In college of like, you see people going out on the weekends, and then you're like, oh, I'm sitting at home and everybody's like at concerts or doing whatever. And then like, I feel like as you get older, then it starts being like, oh, they have like kids and they're doing this. And now I feel left out that my life isn't at that place. But at the same, like, it's not a rush for anything.
Yeah. I think having something that makes you feel like not important, but like useful or like busy or something too. Like having, I mean, the thing for me is kind of hard because I literally am working all weekend.
Yeah.
Being
That's
alone.
what's
like
odd
that's
about
my
it. It's
passion,
like-
and I'm creating.
But what's kind of interesting too is that like you're almost just like the way that you've like described spending time alone, you're just like valuing yourself more, which I think like makes such a difference. Like you are putting the emphasis on you and like increasing your own value. And I think that just like makes you feel better. Like when you're like
That's so
investing
true.
into yourself versus like, okay, this is just like what I'm being dealt versus like, no, like I'm valuing my time. I'm valuing myself.
I'm choosing this.
Choosing this. Like
Life isn't
I'm-
forcing me. It's not life doing this to me. It's me
Exactly, like,
choosing to do
you're-
this.
yeah.
and I'm
Yes.
like literally cutting out time to make this happen and to make this special. And like, I think when you're investing into yourself like that, then it increases your overall value and overall perception of yourself too.
Yeah.
Because I think like that's
Yeah,
where,
because
like,
you feel
you don't
you feel like a piece of shit
Yeah.
sometimes
'Cause
if
you're not
you
taking
don't
care
have
of
plans or
yourself.
whatever.
yeah
I
You're
mean-
like, wow, what's wrong with me that I don't have plans or a boyfriend or a girlfriend and it's Friday night and I'm alone.
Yeah, but also think about like your friendships and relationships, and when you're putting in not a lot to them, you can feel that. And so when
Yeah.
you're not doing that to your own self, it's like you don't feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really easy cycle to get part of is like neglecting yourself in like whatever, you know, way that might look like for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you can like put more time into yourself and like just focusing on you, like most people like think about so many other people but themselves.
But also like I feel like when you're alone or like at a restaurant or something, still like texting friends, is that cheating?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, like
Yeah.
because it still like feels social a little bit, or you feel like you're still in other conversations, which is the same as a podcast or something
Yeah.
where you just feel like you're doing something else.
Yeah. I feel like especially for first steps, I think that's a good thing. But like over time, I feel like it is kind of good to try and like have conversations if you feel like
I
it.
mean, eventually, if you could get off your phone fully
Yeah.
and be alone in a bar and like look around and talk to people, that's like the highest level.
Yeah. But baby steps.
Yeah. I also think like I love podcasts, obviously, but sometimes when you're listening to podcasts all day, every day, it's like too much conversation. And then I get more down a little. Where I feel like music is really good when
That's
I'm trying
good.
to accomplish something or do something to hype me up. Like playing hype music
Yeah.
gets me hyped. Getting ready, driving somewhere. Like if I'm driving somewhere I'm scared to go, blasting music that makes
is
me feel
nice.
hype.
Yeah.
Love that.
I know there are certain podcasts where I'm like, okay, I can't like really listen to this right now.
Yeah.
Like I need,
It's just not the mood at the time.
because there's definitely some podcasts where you're like, I need to be in a certain headspace to be. Like, listening to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, or it's just too much talking overall. And you're like,
Yeah.
I need a break. But it is funny how music like really can change your mood. Like if you just
It
sit and
sure
listen to
is,
sad
yeah.
music.
But even like at the Pilates class, I felt like
Yeah.
if they had played like kind of more of a slow or like more chill music, I would have not been super
Same.
like, okay, like I'm into this right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm motivated.
Like I'll literally look up like warm up playlists for like athletes.
I like that. That's really fun.
Like Space Jam and stuff.
Yeah. That's good. Eminem. definitely.
Yeah. I'm excited to travel more like in the States, hopefully in the next few years.
Yeah.
Do more road trips.
I think more plane trips for me. That's one thing that like I think I have gotten a lot better at flying alone, like just enjoying it. Like I just
I
don't have
love
a
it.
lot of like expectations around like, you know, oh, this security line is long. Like I've stopped like I used to be so like agitated at the airport and now I'm kind of like just whatever happens.
I love that.
If
Are
it's
you like that
delayed,
in
like-
traffic?
No, not really. But I'm trying to be more because like there's nothing you can really do. And same thing for like airplanes and like people. There's so many stupid people at the airport.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
I'm like,
how
how did you make it here? I just don't even understand how you are functioning right now. But like,
the dumbest part is insecurity. I feel like this is at most airports where like there's multiple security things
my
and then the
God.
line is straight and you're supposed to continue on to all of them and fill each line, but people wait at the beginning and they're like, move forward.
yeah.
Yeah.
That does like really get me. I just try and find like the least stupid people to follow behind. But like again, if I'm behind somebody stupid and slow, I'm like just
Things like that never bother me. Like Cameron will freak out. I mean, she's gotten a lot
know.
better, but he'll get so annoyed. I'm like,
He'll
this
get,
is
like,
literally
really
not in
annoyed.
our control whatsoever.
yeah, but that's like I think
get
there's
annoyed.
so many people or so many things at the airport that like just absolutely zero control.
yeah.
And so
like this flight, they didn't cancel the
it
flight.
has
Like,
made flying so much more enjoyable and travel so much more enjoyable. Just to be like,
go get your little book.
go to the bookstore, see what they got, see if I should get it on Kindle or if I should get it on. Like
Honestly,
physical?
the like terminal or no, the gate that I was at in Phoenix to come to Denver this last time was so nice. The gate had like Chick-fil-A,
Oh, yeah.
and like I just love when there's like good
Same.
shops. And they also had like in one of their shops they had like L'Occitane and stuff in the
Yeah.
I
gift
love when
shop
they
or
have that,
whatever.
yeah. I love looking at the
also-
touristy things in those gift shops.
Another thing I think like last time we were like just talking about, we like had a parking spot that was like right in front of the place that we wanted to go, and like we got free
Last night?
sorbet like
Oh, yeah.
after, and just like really being like we're the luckiest girls ever. I think
Lucky
that
girl
like,
syndrome. That was like the big
that-
trend last year.
yeah, but just like practicing that more like in everyday life. And I think especially when you're by yourself, because like it's so fun when people just like do stuff for you.
And once you convince yourself of those things, like it genuinely feels true in your mind. Like,
It
Like
is
you
true,
notice
though. It
all
does
of them
happen.
too. Because when
Exactly.
you're negative all the time, like do you guys know people that are negative or like have had people in their lives
Yeah,
that
I
are
can't
like
deal with it.
everything that universe is out to get them and stuff?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like because that's all you fucking focus on.
Yeah,
exactly.
And honestly,
I
like
can't
last
really,
yesterday,
like, be around people like that.
if you didn't acknowledge like I'm so lucky in like some of those instances, it would have gone over my head.
yeah.
But like the fact that you're like, oh, we're so lucky, it's like it makes you realize like, oh yeah, we are actually.
For me,
Yeah.
Cameron has this like uncle who passed away long before I was in the picture. His name was Uncle Bob Schusler. And he would always get great parking spots apparently.
Mhm.
And so now we get parking spots in the front of anywhere we want to go all the time. It's like,
Yeah.
thanks, Uncle Bob, like every
Wow.
time. So it's never surprising to me when I get a good parking spot because it's like in my mind, I know I will get a good parking spot every time.
Yeah, I love that. But I think there's like more things that can be like that, because then it makes it like really fun if you like go
Yeah,
by
for
yourself,
everything. Like,
and like the waiter just gives you another beer or like another
yeah.
drink, or like takes something off of your bill. Like
And more things will start happening. And then you're more positive. So then your interactions with other people are more positive and you might be doing more nice things for other people.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a chain event.
Yeah.
Do you ever make those chains in school for like 100 days of school and connect across the whole room?
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Any other little tips for spending time alone, activities to try?
Get a dog.
Oh, I actually do think getting a dog makes things so much easier. I do have that written
Yeah.
down.
Because I do, yeah, if I was actually alone, that would be very different, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I speak out loud to the dogs.
Oh yeah. I even think like anywhere that's dog friendly, like going to like Home Goods or like going
Mm-hmm.
to like Lowe's, or
being able to bring your dog with you in places makes
Once
it
again,
more comfortable.
conversation starter too, like you're saying. Like,
And security blanket kind
uh-huh.
of.
that would actually be the best move. Like when if it's like nice where you live,
To eat alone.
or to eat alone outside with your dog.
Yeah,
That is a nice little trifecta right
it
there.
really is. Actually, I did do that one time in the summer.
Yeah.
Or I have done that.
But what do you do with your dogs when you're like ordering or whatever? Like,
What do you mean? They just sit? Oh, no, at a place where there's a server.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or how do you go in and get the table?
On an
Just pop
outside
your head
table.
in.
Yeah.
I'll literally walk in with my dog. And
A
be
lot
like,
of Portland
"I would
ones
like to
are
go."
like, yeah, it's kind of like friendly in that way where they're like,
I think
you
most
can
of the
get
time
the
you're
table.
like, I'm not
Okay.
sitting inside. Like, I just need a table. Can you, like,
Yeah.
help me out? I just preface it. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not
I
trying
always
sit
want to
with
bring
my
Willow
dog.
to Flower Child, but you have to order inside your food.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I've done that once.
If
I
I
called
left her at a
ahead somewhere
table
one time.
Oh, and then you
I
can.
said, I'm coming in right now to get food at a counter service type place. And I was like, I have my dog with me. Can I just like get it, but then still sit at a table? And they just brought it out.
That's cool. Okay. That
And then I
sounds
didn't
like
feel
a lot
awkward
of.
in person though, because like it was easier to not do it in person. Because if they said no, then I would have just never gone there again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one other little thing is I think that, like, being alone or, like, social anxiety or, like, just practicing things is, like, getting more comfortable with, like, being misunderstood or, like, explaining yourself. Because sometimes I think that's something that, like you just said, like, oh, I would never go again
Mhm.
if, you know, they, like, didn't understand what was going on. Like, I think being okay with, like, explaining yourself and,
Yeah.
like, the misunderstanding things just,
Mhm.
like, happen, and being more comfortable with that, because
Yeah.
it does suck to be like, no, that's not what I meant. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, that
Yeah.
kind of conversation.
And sometimes social interactions are just awkward.
Yeah.
And you just got to get through it, and then it's over, and then you
For
can move
sure.
on.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be many iterations of this
Yeah. True.
type of conversation because
Yeah, if you like
we're like
this-
evolving and like trying new things together.
Mm-hmm.
In our membership that's coming out
Next week.
Is it next week? Oh my god, it is next week. I think it'll be fun to do like little challenges, like doing things alone or like trying scary things, like
Yeah, I think
and
that'd
kind
be
of
so
like
fun.
sharing our feedback and like follow-ups of like what we do.
Yeah, like we're all going to go to a movie today.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Have like our national movie alone day, but like our own
Yeah.
day. Like we just make it up. Also, yeah, it's gonna be. Like obviously, when you're learning to do something new, you're not gonna be good at it at first.
Yeah.
And so like the first time I went to lunch by myself, I was like, oh my God, this is so awkward. Like I feel so awkward. I feel like everyone's watching me. And then like the third time I'm going, I'm like, this is normal. Like it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
So you have to be prepared that it might be a little uncomfortable at first, but like bring a book, bring headphones so you can listen
Yeah.
to TikTok, bring your laptop and just like kind of ease into it, dip your toe in and then like get in slowly, you know? You don't have to
Yeah.
dive into the deep
Yeah.
end.
Also, that couples therapist that like changed my life. That was the major thing of like sitting in discomfort. Like that's so
Mhm.
uncomfortable for me.
Mhm.
And like the way that she said you can do that in so many scenarios. Like it doesn't have to be the full extreme of being alone and like feeling so like really, really anxious. It could be just like putting your phone down while you're in the grocery store line for like 2 minutes. Like any place where you feel discomfort, like letting yourself sit in it and feel it
Yeah.
and being like, I'm not dying because
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
yeah.
Because I just like being cozy and like comfortable and happy.
Yeah.
It's hard to force yourself into situations where you think you might be uncomfortable.
Yeah. But discomfort is what makes you grow.
Mhm.
If you're only comfortable 24/7, you're not going to grow at all.
Yeah.
the membership, you're
Yes.
going to automatically get our vlog from this trip too. So that'll be fun. Like you can put
Yeah,
it
we've
on
been
YouTube, on your
vlogging.
TV and just like
Guess
hang
what
out
we
with
did
us
in our
in
vlog?
person.
Last night, we made Devon's Bumble profile. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
really editing that a
Yeah.
lot. So that will be in our vlog.
Yeah.
We need to keep swiping. Except we can only see people in Denver. So it's like,
Yeah,
I
it's kinda
know,
pointless.
but it's good practice. It's good like practice to see what she's vibing with, what she's not, because maybe
Yeah.
it'll make it like easier to make decisions.
also maybe we can message people.
If we have any matches,
See if you can
we should
flirt.
see if we-
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, let's practice flirting.
Yeah. Fun. We'll put it in
Devon's
the vlog.
The good times.
But that's all. Just make sure, romanticize your life. Romanticize your holidays.
Feel that.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for listening. Make sure you check out our Instagram and follow us so that way you can stay updated on our membership and everything releasing. So you're all up to date. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on TikTok. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.